As you wake up, your social media feed could be full of posts about Walmart. The company finds itself right in the middle of the gun control debate in this wake of this weekend's shootings. And it started with Kenneth Shepard tweeting this photo. It's a Walmart memo calling for immediate action to remove signs and displays that, quote, contain violent themes or aggressive behavior. Now, if you look a little closer, under what I need to do, it says turn off or unplug video game display consoles that show violent games, cancel any events promoting combat style or third-person shooter games, and verify no movies depicting violence are playing on TVs. So this caused some controversy because Walmart also announced it will continue selling guns despite the mass shooting in El Paso. And just last night, Missouri police arrested a man who walked into a Walmart wearing body armor, military fatigues, plus carrying a tactical rifle and another gun. A lot of Twitter users responded to the violent media ban with comments like this: Walmart's still totally fine selling rifles and other weapons 3 aisles down. Other people wonder, what qualifies as violent? What about Mario? Brent tweeted, interesting, I think every game has a bit of violence somewhere. Mario literally steps on creatures to kill them. And Jason echoed a lot of people's thoughts. He says video games are not the issue. So this morning we want your take. If Walmart's gonna ban anything, what should it be? Gun sales, violent media, both, nothing? Head to KHOU.com/vote now to weigh in.
Your Rush Block continues with the day.